Well, the names are fascinating because I think we don't talk about it enough. This is the one. This is one everybody's on. And I think the president's interesting what he said about teen. But TikTok is a dominant force. You got Reels, which had Zuckerberg, and that's working.
It's working and Instagram's working, but TikTok is a dominant force in media now.
Yes, it is.
And there's there are a lot of people who get their news from TikTok, love it or hate it.
You would put air quotes around news.
Yes, exactly. And it is seen as the future media platform in many ways.
Right, that's about the attention span time.
Right.
I mean, my daughter she looked at a chair and she told a story about the chair and a date, and it got 9.5 million views. And I'm like, she said nothing.
I know, but that is the present and the future.
It's the algo.
And I have made the point as well as we continue to no real updates. We'll get to it later on Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery. But when that bid is made, if they should be successful, is it a possibility, for example, Carl, that the next target would be TikTok? Could you imagine rolling in a property like that into what would then be a combination, if it ever were to happen, of Paramount and Warner Brothers? So this is a very important property. It is one, obviously, that is supposed to have been banned. We pointed this out many times, and how completely unusual it is for a law to have been passed by Congress, signed by the president, upheld by the Supreme Court, and not enforced. But they have been trying to get this deal done with the Chinese. We thought it would have to be part of an overall trade deal, but that may not be the case, judging from the comments that we've had from the Treasury Secretary.
You want this piece of business. I wonder if it matters what the politics are of the buyers, because you want this piece. You want this thing. I mean, you mentioned Bobby Kotick. I mean, I don't know. Bobby Kotick's a rich guy. But Oracle one time I thought would do that. I mean,
Oracle's up 4%.
Yeah, no, Oracle's definitely a part of it. The question again, Jim, is I just can't tell you at this point how that's going to be structured, whether that deal has already sort of been discussed to a certain extent. My understanding it has, that there is this buying group, but figuring out exactly who's a part of it and who the lead is and what the equity ownerships will be and how much ByteDance the owners will be reduced so that you can clearly state this is a U.S.-owned entity is still unclear to me. Maybe others are going to have better reporting on it. I don't know.
No, but from our point of view, like you say, I mean, whoever buys it, you want to buy their stock, because you can take this thing as to the limit. We don't really know how much it can make. But one thing we do know is that that's the best targeted ad in the world. I mean, if you're one of these consumer products companies, this is the best way to reach someone other than to be in Amazon and Google, maybe better than Amazon.
Do you have national security concern? You're no fan of China tech.
I feel that the news there is very misleading. Very misleading.
You have now, TikTok is wholly owned by ByteDance, which is an incredibly successful company whose value, frankly, is, many believe, at least the owners that I talk to of it, it's a private company, nonetheless, is undervalued given the enormity of the cash flows that it currently produces and the multiples you put on that. Most recently, sort of in the $400 billion range, but this thing generates well more than $50 billion. Again, it changes so quickly. I got to get updated. I'll look through some of my texts from the past around it or notes. But
I think you almost Wall Street. It doesn't use it.
Well, sorry, doesn't use
Wall Street
what?
Doesn't use TikTok.
But no, my point about ByteDance is they have a huge business outside of it that this is not even going to be a negative for them.
Oh my God,
having to sort of a forced sale,
we have
to
follow
speak.
Because again, in media, it's it for a lot of people. It's like the media, that's all they have, and then they have YouTube and linear. Still waiting. Emmys, linear, still waiting.
So we'll see.
Dave, how's linear doing?
Maybe you dilute the Chinese to 20%. I'm just looking through.
He doesn't know linear. He doesn't even know that it's him.
Oh yeah, remember Jeff Yazz is a big owner, right? Susquehanna, of TikTok. What do you want to talk about that for?
It's because it doesn't win anything.
Why are you dwelling on the past?
Because
it's all about the future, my man.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah,
we'll get to the Emmys later.